我说中文
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hi everybody, you're listening to an elementary lesson on Chinese Pod. I'm John Pasden.
你好，我是 Jenny.
All right, Jenny, so today's elementary lesson, it's a very practical lesson on...
Picking up someone.
Yeah, at the airport.
Not in a bar.
Yeah. All right, so this has very important cultural implications that we'll get into later.
Exactly.
But first, what do we need to know before we hear the dialogue?
Oh, I think it's helpful to know the word for picking up someone. And that's 接.
All right, so first tone,
对
J-I-E, 接.
接
So it could be pick someone up in your car, it could be kind of meet him at the airport and then...
Yes.
Okay. All right, and there are some character names in this dialogue, right?
Yes, we will be hearing two names. One is 杨小姐. 杨小姐.
Okay, so Miss Yang, that second tone Yang.
Yes. And we will also hear a man's name, 李勇. 李勇.
All right, two third tones. So that's his surname and his given name.
对，李勇.
All right, so don't get tripped up by those names, and now let's listen to the dialogue.
对话第一遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是，你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
第二遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是，你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
第三遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是，你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
All right, don't worry if you didn't get that, because we're going to translate it now.
你是杨小姐吧？
Are you Miss Yang?
你是杨小姐吧？
You're Miss Yang, right?
你是杨小姐吧？是，我是。你是？
Yes, I am. You are...
是，我是。你是？
Yes, I am. And you're...
是，我是。你是？我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
I'm the company driver, Li Yong. I'm here to pick you up.
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
I'm the company driver, Li Yong. I came to meet you.
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。辛苦你了，谢谢。
Oh, that's so much trouble. Thank you.
辛苦你了，谢谢。
Thank you for going to the trouble for me.
辛苦你了，谢谢。不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
Don't be so polite. I'll help you carry your luggage.
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
You're welcome. I'll get your luggage for you.
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。不用不用。
No need, no need.
不用不用。
Oh, that's okay.
不用不用。给我吧。走，我的车在那边。
Give it to me. Let's go. My car is over there.
给我吧。走，我的车在那边。
I'll get it. Let's go. My car's over there.
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。好，
Okay,
好，
great.
好。
All right, so a fairly common situation with lots of cultural stuff embedded.
Yes.
And we're going to dig it out, but first we'll go into the meaning of the words.
好 The first few exchanges are pretty straightforward.
All right, so let's see how they meet each other.
The driver walks up to this lady and asked her, 你是杨小姐吧？你是杨小姐吧？
Okay, so Yang, of course, is her surname. So
对。
Miss Yang.
杨小姐
And he's probably seen a picture of her or something. He's pretty sure it's her. That's why it has the ba.
对，你是杨小姐吧？
So it's like, you're Miss Yang, right?
And if we switch that ba with ma, then it would have different implications.
Like maybe he's never seen her picture.
Yeah.
All he knows is she's a woman. And he's asking everybody.
你是杨小姐吗？
Okay, luckily he's a little more efficient than that.
你是杨小姐吧？ And she answers, 是，我是。你是
All right, this is great because they're all such simple words, but they're really high frequency, and this is really the way people talk.
Yeah.
So she says, yes, I am.
是，我是。And then you are 你是
Yeah, this is great because you don't have to say like, who are you and who might you be? You don't have to use all these extra words.
You just say 你是
Yeah, you leave off the end.
and look really puzzled.
Yeah, make sure that ellipsis comes out in your
对。
tone of voice.
Yes.
So, and you must be...
你是
Yeah, very useful phrase. And so who is he?
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
Okay, so we already know that the guy's name is...
李勇，李勇，
All right, that's 2 third tones.
对，
But before his name, he tells us what he does, right?
他是公司司机，是司机，
Okay, so the key word there is driver, right?
对
He drives a car for a living.
对。那 driver 就是司机，司机。
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Chinese Pod Trivia. Our first question is, how long will it take you to become an intermediate Chinese speaker using the Chinese Pod app? Is it A, the rest of your life? B, you should already be an intermediate speaker? C, 3 months? Or D, Chinese Pod has an app?
You should already be in.
Ooh, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, 3 months. That's right. Head over to ChinesePod.com now to register for your access to over 4,000 lessons. Get the Chinese Pod app now on Google Play or the App Store.
All right, 2 first tones, S-I-J-I.
对，司机，
Okay, but he's not just any driver, he's the company driver, right?
公司司机，我是公司司机。
All right, so 公司 means company, right?
对
That's also 2 first tones.
，yes，
And that s is actually exactly the same s,
yeah，
but it doesn't really matter. The word for company is,
公司，公司，
and the word for driver is.
司机，司机，
Okay, so he's the company driver, and he's here too.
我来接你，我来接你。
Okay, so 接, that's the verb, which means to pick up, to meet.
对
J-I-E, first tone.
，yes，
Let's just look at this 我来 real quick. So I come, right?
我来，我来，
That's like I'm here to do this, right?
对
I have come in order to...
，yes。
Okay.
It means I have come with a purpose.
All right, and that purpose is...
接你，接你。
All right, so again, a useful, very simple, but very useful sentence pattern when you're meeting someone.
对，我来接你。And 杨小姐 is very polite, and she thanks him.
Yeah, she thanks him in a very Chinese way, right?
对，
So what's the next phrase?
辛苦你了，辛苦你了。
All right, so the key word here is 辛苦.
对，first tone and third tone,
And that means very arduous, very hard.
hardworking.
Hard work, hardworking.
对，辛苦。
But she adds 你 after it, right?
辛苦你了，辛苦你了。
All right, so why does the 你 come after?
It means I put all this hard work on you.
Yeah, so there's all this hard work. It's very 辛苦,
对
and it's been put on you.
对
And I'm acknowledging this because I appreciate you helping me.
Yes.
And it's just a set phrase, right?
Yeah, and it's very useful. You can use it to thank people for helping you out or doing you a favor.
Yeah, so in English we say things like, oh, that's so sweet of you, or,
对
oh, thanks for going to the trouble. We use set phrases too, we just don't think of them in that way.
Yes.
So in Chinese, this is the set phrase.
辛苦你了，辛苦你了。
And of course, you can also say,
Or you can say 谢谢，谢谢。
yeah, you can use them both. All right, and of course, he's very polite, so he replies,
不客气，不客气。
all right, again, literally, don't be so polite,
对，
but it's again a set response to 谢谢.
不客气，不客气。
And then he makes an offer, right?
对，他说：“我帮你拿行李吧，我帮你拿行李吧。
Okay, so we have this 帮你. Bang, that's like first tone.
Meaning to help.
Okay, so often when you do something for someone, before you hear the verb, you hear this 帮你
Ah, yes. 我帮你 blah blah blah.
do something.
对，
So in this case, he's going to help her by doing what?
拿行李，拿行李。
Okay, so the verb there is 拿,
对
second tone,
yes.
N-A.
Yep.
And what does this mean?
It could mean to take, but it also can mean to carry.
It could also mean pick up, right?
Oh, yes.
So in this case, it's obvious. They're at the airport, you have the luggage, you're going to pick it up and carry it.
Yep.
So the Chinese, they don't care whether you're picking it up or you're carrying it. The whole point is to get luggage from point A to point B. And the
Yes.
verb is,
拿
all right, so luggage.
行李，行李。
All right, so 行 is second tone,
Yes.
X-I-N-G.
Yep. And it's followed by a neutral tone. 行李，行李。
Okay, so to get the luggage.
拿行李，拿行李。
All right, so I'll help you get the luggage.
我帮你拿行李吧，我帮你拿行李吧。
All right, so he adds this ba at the end.
To make it into a suggestion.
All right, a suggestion.
对
Because I'm a nice guy, I'm the driver,
Yeah.
trying to make your life easier.
So let me also help you with your luggage.
All right, so he's being nice and polite, and she responds politely as well.
不用不用，不用不用。
Okay, so 不用, that means no need to do something.
Yep.
You don't have to do something.
But we often have this duplication.
Yeah, this doubling of the phrase. Okay, so this 不用, you'd probably translate this in English as something like, oh, you don't have to do that. That's not necessary. That's okay.
Yeah.
So in Chinese, it's just,
不用不用。
and you can use this in all kinds of situations, right?
Ah, yes.
It's not even formal. It's quite informal.
对，不用不用。
Okay, but that's really just a polite thing. She doesn't really mind.
Yes, but in Chinese culture, you're expected to refuse help for at least once.
Oh, the mind games.
对，
All right, so he knows to ignore her fake protest and he says,
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
okay, so 给我吧, give me,
对
and then ba. So the ba again is a suggestion,
Yes.
softening it a little bit.
Yep.
He recognizes that her protest is not real, says, it's okay, I'll get it.
对 and 走，我的车在那边。
All right, so this 走, third tone. If you're saying let's go, you could also say,
我们走吧。
yeah, you have a ba there, right?
Yep.
Here he doesn't have the ba, but it still means let's go, right?
Yes. 走，走。
And you'll hear that a lot, especially when it's by itself, right?
Yes. And it's perfectly polite, okay, to just say 走.
It's quite efficient, right?
Oh, very.
Let's just get going. We don't even have time for ba, right?
走。然后我的车在那边，我的车在那边。
Okay, so literally, my car is over there.
Yes.
It's actually the company car, right?
Yeah. 公司的车。
All right. And then she, of course, agrees.
好，好。
All right, so now that we've broken it down, let's have that dialogue 3 more times, and then we'll have a few more cultural notes.
对话第一遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是。你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
第二遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是。你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
第三遍。
你是杨小姐吧？
是，我是。你是？
我是公司司机李勇，我来接你。
哦，辛苦你了，谢谢。
不客气，我帮你拿行李吧。
不用不用。
给我吧，走，我的车在那边。
好。
All right, so Jenny, just now when we were talking about the translations, we were saying how, it's cultural. You offer to do something, you refuse,
Yeah.
you do it anyway. But there's even bigger cultural things going on in this dialogue, right?
Yes, and it's the culture of 接
All right, so that's that verb meaning to meet someone.
to pick someone up.
All right, not in a bar.
对 Now, I recently have some family coming over to visit from Canada. And before they came, they asked me if I would be picking them up at the airport. And I was surprised that they even asked.
So they're flying from Canada to Shanghai.
Yeah.
And to you, it's natural that you would go do that.
Yes. To me, it's assumed or it's expected that I must do it.
I see. Okay, so I can kind of infer that these relatives are not Chinese.
No, they're not.
Because they actually had to ask.
是
Because
的
if they were Chinese, they would be expecting it.
Yes.
Okay.
If they were Chinese, they would probably ask me, what time are you picking me up?
Okay. And this reminds me of an experience I had when I still lived in Hangzhou. I worked at a university and we were recruiting English teachers.
Yeah.
And they sometimes had to come to China from outside China, so they had to come to the Shanghai airport. And from Hangzhou to Shanghai, it's like a 2-hour train ride. Well, at the time.
So the school would have someone to 接 the teachers.
The school actually had a van that they would send all the way to Shanghai to pick up the teacher.
Oh, that's very nice of them.
Yeah, at the time I thought, wow, this is excellent service. But
Yeah.
it kind of is, but it's also just this Chinese culture.
Yeah.
You have this responsibility as a host.
对对 it's the social norm here.
All right, so if you're in Shanghai living here and someone Chinese comes to visit you,
Yeah. You'd better 接
so it doesn't matter whether it's the airport, the train station, the helicopter, helipad, you have a duty as a host to go meet them, right?
对要接他们 But you don't need to 接 anyone and everyone.
So the people you care about.
对的 All the people who would be important to you in business at work.
Okay.
So we can be very practical.
Oh yeah, and remember, if you're meeting someone, you don't have to be driving a car. Maybe you took a taxi.
也可以
It's the meeting them, the helping with the luggage, the seeing them onto another form of transportation to get to the destination. That's the important part, right?
Yes.
All right, so if you have any other questions about language or culture, you know where to come.
ChinesePod.com.
And we'll see you there.
再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 1282. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/1282 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/1282.